Right now, a controversial show of military strength as President Trump attended a military parade celebrating the Army's birthday, along with his 79th birthday. Also, thousands at the No Kings protest take over downtown Madison, their message to the current administration on the president's birthday. Plus, we're following the search in Minnesota for a man who shot multiple lawmakers, taking the life of one of them. That's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. President Trump attended a military parade Saturday evening to celebrate the Army's 250th anniversary. And those festivities included the president's 79th birthday. More broadly, the president declared Saturday a celebration of the country and intended to recognize America's accomplishments both on the battlefield and off it. The president has particularly touted America's victories in World War I and World War II. Officials say nearly 7,000 soldiers were in the parade.
And so to our soldiers, we're so proud of you, and let me tell you that the way that we honor and respect you is, number one, we never ask you to go to war unless you absolutely have to, and number two, when we do ask you to go to war, we give you the weapons and the support needed to kick the hell out of the enemy and come back home safely.
The parade itself has sparked controversy, receiving criticism and backlash for both the cost and the optics. Army officials estimate cost of the festival and parade could land between 25 and 45 million. The last time DC hosted a military parade was to mark the end of the Gulf War in 1991. Also happening today, 15,000 people took over downtown Madison to protest the military parade and President Trump's policies. Our Tanisha Shaw is taking us along the protest route.
Protests taking over downtown Madison Saturday, starting with a rally here at Library Mall to, quote, kick out the clowns. The Madison Police Department is reporting 15,000 people protesting President Donald Trump's policies. This rally brought together several organizers and thousands of people on Trump's 79th birthday.
So if you don't protest, you're part of the problem.
We're talking about truth and lies, and this administration is largely staffed by liars.
I personally believe as a man I have a lot of power in this society, and especially because most people are being silenced, such as women, LGBTQ, and black people, other races, and I think it's important for me to stand up and raise my voice.
After the rally that started at Library Mall, protesters left that area and protested down State Street, and that's what you're seeing right now.
I hope that along with the Congress and the courts, public opinion will be able to sway the direction this country is going in towards authoritarianism.
This country is built upon freedom, and if no one has freedom, what is the point of living here?
The people that are getting deported without due process, these things they shouldn't be happening in America.
There was also surprise appearances from political heavyweights, Senator Bernie Sanders.
The American people have freedom in our bones.
And Senator Raphael Warnock.
Are you ready to give some power to the people so that the people can speak truth to power?
That energized the audience. The Madison Police Department is reporting that there weren't any violent arrests connected to the protest, fulfilling organizers and MPD's goal of having a peaceful protest.
A lot of really high and good energy, kind of like a pep rally at school where the students actually like their school.
A wide variety of people coming together for all different kinds of causes that we all have to support each other on because that's what makes it so big.
Reporting in Madison, Tanisha Shaw, News 3 Now.
Tanisha, thank you. The Madison Police Department arrested 3 people for vandalism and is currently looking for a suspect that put a racial slur on the front window of a business. Now let's get a look at your first warn forecast with meteorologist Blaze Keller. Blaze, it has been a pretty nice day in southern Wisconsin.
It was a beautiful day. Hopefully folks are able to get out and celebrate Dad, or at the very least get out and enjoy the nice weather, because as we look ahead to Father's Day, it's going to be a little bit more cloudy than what we saw today. Variable cloudiness, warm once again, upper 70s to low 80s with a few showers and a few thunderstorms possible as well. We're into the 70s by the afternoon, and then we're going to hang out in those 80s by the mid to late afternoon hours, and that's when we'll have a better chance for those showers and thunderstorms. Still holding on to the 70s in Dane County. A lot of us still holding on to the 70s across southern Wisconsin, for that matter. Anybody in the orange is temperatures in those upper 60s to low 70s. Closer to Lake Michigan, they're cooling off and settling into those upper 50s to low 60s. Rain chances continue as we head into next week. We're still eyeing the chance for some possible severe weather on Wednesday. We'll talk about how the outlook has changed from yesterday to today for Wednesday. Talk about what's working for and against that severe weather possibility as well in the full forecast.
All right, sounds good. Blaze will see you in just a bit. And you can track the forecast for yourself on the First One weather app. It is hourly planners, road conditions, and radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC Weather. Law enforcement sources say police have identified the suspect who allegedly shot and killed a Minnesota state lawmaker and wounded another early Saturday. Sources say police are looking for this man you see on your screen, 57-year-old Vance Bolter. They say Bolter works for the security company Praetorian Guard Security Services. Officials previously said the gunman impersonated a police officer. State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband were both killed. State Senator John Hoffman and his wife were wounded in a separate shooting. Both lawmakers were members of the Minnesota Democratic Farmer Labor Party. Officials say they found a hit list containing nearly 70 names in Bolter's car.
My good friend and colleague, Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark, were shot and killed early this morning in what appears to be a politically motivated assassination. Our state lost a great leader, and I lost a dearest of friends. Speaker Hortman was someone who served the people of Minnesota with grace, compassion, humor, and a sense of service. She was a formidable public servant, a fixture and a giant in Minnesota.
The bipartisan Minnesota congressional delegation released a joint statement where they expressed grief and condemnation over the shooting. Governor Tony Evers also released a statement following the shootings of the two Minnesota lawmakers Saturday morning, saying, "My heart breaks for our neighbors across the river. We're praying for the Minnesota lawmakers and their families affected by this senseless political violence and all those who are working to respond to this horrific situation." In response to the shootings in Minnesota, Wisconsin Democrats are taking additional measures to protect attendees at their annual state party convention in the Wisconsin Dells. The convention is set to span Saturday through Sunday morning, with guest speakers expected to include Governor Tony Evers, U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin, and Georgia U.S. Senator Raphael Warnock, who was at the protest earlier today. And in the Dells tonight, Democrats from across the state continue the party convention. Our political reporter Will Keneally is there with the latest at the convention.
Yeah, we're here on the convention floor. The theme for this year's convention is Road to 2026. Now, Democrats are trying to turn the angst over the current federal administration into action for next fall's midterms.
I'm sure you've heard the saying, "May you live in interesting times." Right? It's a Chinese curse, but it's never been more true than now.
While thousands are rallying across Wisconsin as part of the No Kings protests, Democrats inside a convention center in the Wisconsin Dells charted a new course to try and provide a stopgap against the current federal administration.
But these are scary times. Donald Trump regularly is thumbing his nose at the presidency and the American people. His attacks on social norms are unprecedented, and people are afraid of what will happen every single day.
There's a huge opportunity that awaits us in a moment of national crisis, and we're using this convention to get everyone on the same page and fired up for what's coming.
Democrats are using this off year after losing Wisconsin in the presidential election to try and make gains in the U.S. House and Senate during next year's midterms.
We organize from our kitchen tables to our communities. We fight back, and we never stop fighting for what's right. Winning 2026 starts now.
Now, Ben Wickler, who we heard from there, is stepping down as chair of the state Democratic Party. Now, delegates here at the convention will vote tomorrow on who they want to replace him and lead the party into those critical 2026 midterms. That will be a key thing to watch out for on how that shapes the future of the Wisconsin Democratic Party. Reporting from the Wisconsin Dells, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Well, thank you, and you can see more from the convention tomorrow morning on For the Record. In front of the governor's mansion this morning, 100 public school advocates rallied to ask Governor Evers to stand firm on his budget proposal for special education reimbursement. This week, lawmakers approved funding for special education in Wisconsin schools at a rate of 35% this fall and a 37.5% rate the following year. This is less than the 60% the governor proposed in his budget. Advocates like the president of the Milwaukee Teachers Education Association argue that anything less than the 60% would be insufficient to meet the state's needs for public schools.
We're here today to ask Governor Evers to stand up for his budget, to fight for his budget, and not just Governor Evers, but every single legislator, because it's time for them to do right by the students in Wisconsin.
Today, attendees and speakers called for the governor not to sign any budget that does not increase the public school special education reimbursement to at least that 60%. Coming up next, Blaze returns with a complete look of your First One forecast. And we head to Baraboo for the city's annual Big Top Parade. Plus, attacks by Israel on Iran are expanding. The Middle East crossfire unleashing multiple explosions and destruction in Tel Aviv and Tehran.
Watching News 3 now at 10.
Thank you for staying with us. A Mayville man is dead Saturday following a fall at Ledge County Park in Kokoski. The Dodge County Sheriff's Office reported a 21-year-old Mayville man fell off some rocks. Police located the man on the side of the ledge, not breathing, with a serious head injury. CPR and other life-saving measures were taken. However, the man was pronounced dead at the scene and not transported. The death remains under investigation. The Big Top Parade returned to Wisconsin's Circus City. The parade in Baraboo features traditional circus parade equipment and circus-themed floats created by community members. Our Ellie La Liberté brings us the sights and sounds from the parade.
It's just a fun family entertainment. Look around how many people it brings into Baraboo. I mean, a small town of 10,000 people, and there's 10,000 people here today.
I am 15. I've been coming to this parade for 15 years because I love it. It's kind of a family tradition.
It brings so many people from so many different backgrounds all together.
I actually live in Janesville. We missed it last year because of the rain and everything, so we wanted to try and catch it. Yeah, I was actually impressed with the bands.
Music? I mean, it was okay. I would say it's been the best circus that I've been to right now.
I'm extremely excited, extremely happy. My favorite part of the circus is all the people that come to see it.
Ellie, thank you. Today's activities also included live music, bounce houses, and of course circus performances at Circus World. Now let's get a look at your First One forecast with the meteorologist Blaze Keller. Blaze, today was definitely the day to be out at the parade.
It was a beautiful Saturday, and as we look ahead to Father's Day and next week, we don't really see a whole lot of days like today. We have to wait almost a whole week before the skies open up, and actually temperatures are going to be even warmer. We'll see that in the 7-day forecast. But first, we got to talk about the rain chances on Father's Day, and we're also going to talk about that severe weather possibility still for next Wednesday. So clouds are going to increase overnight, a few showers, and maybe a few lingering rumbles of thunder as we kick off Father's Day, and we'll continue to watch as showers and thunderstorms somewhat persist as we head into the late morning through the early afternoon. We may get a brief break as we head into the mid-afternoon once those temperatures start to warm, and then we see the redevelopment as we go into the evening, and these will continue into the overnight hours to start off your Monday as well. So unfortunately, it is looking like a little bit more of a cloudier and possibly rainier Father's Day than what we did see today. So this was the severe weather outlook issued Friday for this upcoming Wednesday. See how a lot of our forecast area was underneath that possibility for severe weather. Now, if we look at today's outlook, that possibility for Wednesday's severe weather has pushed off towards the south and east. We're, as I mentioned, looking for consistency. Had that been the same as Friday, I'd be a little bit more leaning towards the possibility of severe weather on Wednesday. This to me says that we're probably seeing not only a southerly shift, but also an easterly shift as well, as now only a few of our counties are underneath that possible threat for severe weather, and more of essentially southeastern Wisconsin is underneath that threat versus central and southern Wisconsin. So we're going to keep an eye on this. We'll likely see some changes into Sunday and possibly further into Monday as well. Again, we're going to want to see, does parts of Wisconsin stay in that severe weather threat, or do we continue to see that severe weather threat being pushed to our south? Latest model data has that low pressure system that could otherwise bring us that possible severe weather further to the south. So the warm front doesn't quite make it into southern Wisconsin. So we don't have that warmer air, but we'll have a little bit of moisture, a little bit of energy. But if we can't get that warm front into southern and even central Wisconsin, we really cut off that energy that a severe thunderstorm or two could possibly use. If we do see severe weather, likely it's going to be strong winds and hail. So stay with News 3 Now. We'll, of course, keep you updated. Even after Wednesday, we'll see some showers linger into Thursday. We do dry out, though, for Friday, and we look to stay dry as we head into next weekend. But over the next 7 to 10 days, if my graphic wants to load here, we're looking at a possible 1 to 2 inches of rain, very beneficial rain across all of the state. Nearly half the state is abnormally dry, and 5% of the state continues to remain underneath moderate drought conditions along the Wisconsin-Illinois border. So I would love it on Wednesday if we got the rain and no severe weather. But of course, as I mentioned, we'll keep you guys updated. A few showers and thunderstorms possible Monday and Tuesday, and that continues into Thursday with a better chance for rain if all things hold true by the following work week. But we could be in the 90s Tuesday and then next weekend as well.
It's beginning to look a lot like
summer.
Yeah. Which,
you know what?
I'm kind of down for. I just need like a couple days out of the year where shorts, t-shirt, out on the grill.
Where you get really hot and humid and muggy out, and then you appreciate the nicer summer days.
Yeah, because in a few months, you know, it's going to be snow and whatnot. So.
Then it really will begin to look like Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, all right, sounds good. Thank you, Blaze. The long-running tensions between Israel and Iran have exploded into a more deadly stage, and the stakes could not be higher for the embattled region, as Tehran has called off planned nuclear talks with Washington that were scheduled to take place in Oman on Sunday. CBS's Deborah Pata has the latest from Jordan.
This is the moment Iran struck Tel Aviv in a series of retaliatory strikes early Saturday. The conflict between the longtime foes has escalated dramatically and is now heading into its third night. As waves of Iranian missiles rain down, some made it through Israel's air defense systems, smashing into homes, injuring dozens, and killing at least 3 Israelis. But that toll was dwarfed by the damage Israel inflicted on Iran. Iran says more than 60 people and nearly 30 children have died. And Israel says it has killed 9 Iranian scientists and has targeted oil, gas, and nuclear facilities in a bid to cripple the country's nuclear capacity. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he is not done yet. We will hit every site and every target of the Ayatollah's regime, Netanyahu said. What they have felt so far is nothing compared to what's coming. This is the largest and longest exchange of military strikes between the two rivals ever. Prime Minister Netanyahu today went further, hinting at regime change, telling the people of Iran that these strikes clear a path for them to unite and stand up for freedom. Deborah Patter, CBS News, Amman.
And coming up in sports, it is Championship Saturday for Wisconsin State softball. Andrew joins us with the highlights next.
Today is one of the best days of the year. It's Championship Saturday in state softball at Goodman Diamond, and 4 teams from our area are looking to end their seasons with a state title. We'll start in Division II, where Jefferson is hoping that the 5th time is a charm. In their 5th trip to the state tournament, they're vying for their 1st state title. But the Vikings of Denmark had other ideas. In the 1st inning, Macy Meliza mashes one to left field. Gets past the outstretched glove of the Jefferson Eagles, and the Vikings take advantage of it, scoring 1 run in the 1st inning, and then in the 2nd, it was more of the same. Denmark making Jefferson pay for a fielding blunder, and the Eagles, after a fantastic season, they're always so good in this sport, fall just short as Denmark wins the state championship in Division II, 4-1, the final score. Poynette and the state softball tournament are simply synonymous. This year is their 13th trip to the state tournament. The Pumas have won it all 6 times, and today they'd look for their 4th state title since 2018. Poynette already leading 1-0 in the 1st, but they wanted more. Emma Gavinsky skies one, and no one is home to get it. The Pumas pounce to an early 2-0 lead, and later they'd add to it, courtesy of another Gavinsky. This time it's Grace who clears the bases with a double, clearing the way for a Poynette Pumas softball state championship. They win it 11-5, and there's simply no better feeling than what you're just about to see. They are state champions, and that is all they really ever wanted. And down in Division 5, our area was going to be a winner no matter which way the cookie crumbled. Belmont looking to add to their trophy case with their 1st state title since 2019. And Almond Bancraft looking for their 1st ever state championship. In fact, it's the 1st time they've ever played in the title game. The Braves of Belmont tried to make a statement early and did just that from the jump. In the 1st, Morgan Freeman at the dish with runners on 1st and 2nd, and she rips one up the middle to start a 3-run 1st inning, and Belmont's lead would only balloon from there. In the 3rd inning, it was Callie Hodgson's turn. The shortstop sizzles a single to score 2, seeing her team off to a state championship. The Belmont Braves are your Division 5 state champs. Congratulations to all of our winners. 8-3 is the final score, and we'll be right back.
So I know you said for Father's Day we may be getting, some water out of the sky.
Yep.
Are there going to be any points where it's, calm or dry, or is it going to be pretty much?
It's not going to be all day, but it'll be kind of like we get rain, we dry out for a little bit, we get some rain, we dry out for a little bit. So today was probably the better of the 2 days to celebrate Dad, but you can still get outside and do activities with Dad. Just know it's going to be a little bit on the cloudier side, and you may be dodging a few showers and thunderstorms throughout Sunday. There is a look at your 7 and 10 day forecast. Rain showers continue Monday and Tuesday with a severe weather chance on Wednesday. We're still eyeing things, and it looks like maybe we'll skate through Wednesday without any severe weather. We'll obviously get more information on Sunday, so tune in tomorrow for the latest updates, and we look to flirt with the 90s Saturday and Sunday.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Blaze. Seinfeld is up next. We'll see you back here tomorrow.